What about a narc being really disgusted with a good person though? What about that? You come to the right place. Welcome to my channel where I peacefully fuck up your illusion and where the truth only hurts when you live a lie. That disgusted feeling is projection. A lot of narcissistic people are actually disgusted with themselves. What they will do, they'll date somebody to distract themselves from themselves. That's why a lot of time when you date one, you can't do the mirror effect on them. You can't do something back to them as a mirror effect and say, see, this is how I feel when you do it to me. It's like putting a vampire in a mirror, only this is a spiritual one. But sometimes deep admiration can't be expressed properly from a person who got a lot of hurt stacked on them, so it becomes disgusted. That's why be wary of the person saying, I don't know what about that person, I just don't like them. Yo, why don't you like them, chief? I don't know, it's just something about them. Kind of like being that little boy on the playground who didn't know how to express his crush for the girl, so actually he did it by picking on her. Yeah, I did shit like that when I was in kindergarten. Like literally when I was in kindergarten, we'll talk about that later. Back to what I'm saying though. He's not really looking at you with disgust, because something that disgusts you kind of grosses you out, whether it's mentally, physically, spiritually, or financially. But the real reason why I look at you with anger is because how the hell can you be still standing up after all the shit I put you through? Literally, I put you through the stops. I mentally abused you, physically abused you, financially abused you. I verbally abused you, and yet you're still fucking glowing. Yet everybody still wants you. What the fuck? It's kind of like getting whooped by an abuser parent and you don't cry. Yes, an abuser parent. You ever had that mama that was whooping you and you didn't cry? She was like, oh, you ain't gonna cry? And then she tried to turn it up a notch. Because the people that do shit to you in life, they wanted to have some type of power. They wanted to hold some type of weight. When it doesn't go through, it pisses them off. After all this energy, I push you down, and yet you still rise. You still are great. You still this shining light. Of course I'm gonna look at you with anger. Almost 10% of the time when they looking at you with disgust and you're a good person, it's really because they envy who you really are. They could be jealous of your family. They could be jealous of the relationship that you have with your friends. That's why there's a 48 laws of power say avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. That's in the 48 laws of power. Because sometimes you could be dating somebody and you could be loving them, trying to build them up. They actually jealous of the background you come from. You come from a house where everybody was healthy, happy, good family, all that shit. They come from a house where nobody stood each other, everybody was stingy, abusers everywhere. And then you bring them to your life and try to show them paradise, and then next thing you know, they envious of you about where you came from. In closing, sometimes people hate for you stems from how much other people love you. For those who need it.